What's up, everybody? Captain Leroy here, and welcome back to the Rainbow Six Siege Armory. Today, we're going to be looking at the Russian Spetsnaz squad, which is probably my favorite squad of all the squads in the entire game of Rainbow Six Siege. So we're going to break down the loadout and the special abilities, so let's get started. Starting off with Capkin, he's got a 9x19 VSN submachine gun, which is probably my favorite submachine gun. It's got pretty decent damage without suppressor or anything like that. The capacity, though, 30 rounds, this is pretty good size for the submachine gun. He also has the semi-automatic SISG-12 shotgun, which doesn't have a lot of range. Actually, it probably has less range than some of the pump actions, but up close, it's pretty deadly. As far as sidearms go, you're looking at the PMM handgun, which is really, really deadly. The GSH-18 handgun is not quite as damaging. It's got more capacity, and I mean, you know, you really have to choose whether you want more bullets or if you want more damage. And for the gadgets, you're looking at barbed wire and nitro cell. Capkin's special ability is very simple. He puts explosives on doorways, so if anyone trips over that laser, it's going to explode, killing anybody who's in the vicinity, and it's extremely useful. If you ever watch me and Redmond play, he plays as Capkin all the time and gets these skills constantly. In fact, this is us going into a building, not checking for Capkin bombs, and Laro Boy just busts up in there, and as you can see, the result can be quite deadly. Moving on to Fuse, his loadout is going to consist of 3 primary weapons. The first one will be the ballistic shield. Now, I don't really use the shield a lot when I'm Fuse. I haven't really seen a lot of people use the shield a lot when they're Fuse. Usually they're using the 6P41 light machine gun, which has a lot of bullets. You know, the damage isn't that great. The fire rate is pretty normal, and the recoil pattern is pretty good. But as far as, you know, ammo, that's where you want to go. The other primary weapon that people use is the AK-12, which is what I use. I prefer it. It's got more damage. The capacity is pretty nice, 30 rounds. The mobility is better. As far as sidearms go, you're looking at the PMM handgun. Is pretty much going to be the same sidearms throughout the entire Spetsnaz group. Similar to the rest of them, they're all kind of have the same secondary weapons. The second handgun is the GSH-18, of course. And again, you can either choose capacity or damage over that. And as far as gadgets is concerned, you're looking at a breach charge or a stun grenade. Fuse's special ability is probably one of the deadliest. He has a cluster charge that he sticks onto breakable surfaces, and it shoots, I believe, 5 grenades into whatever's on the other side of the room or the other side of the wall, leaving a tiny little hole that you could peek through. I mean, I haven't shot anybody through that little hole yet, but I know I can. It's coming. But normally Fuse can pretty much get a lot of people if you put it in the right spot. It'll even go on Castle's armor panels that he puts over the doorways and the windows. So pretty much anything that's breakable, Fuse can send his grenades through. You know, floors, ceilings, whatever. Moving on to Glaz's loadout, which contains the most powerful gun in the entire game, the OTS-03 marksman rifle. It has 180 damage. It's a long-range rifle, of course, sniper rifle, and that is the only rifle that he can use in his loadout. Now, as far as handguns goes, it's the same thing as everybody else, the GSH and the PMM. For gadgets, you're looking at smoke grenades and breaching charges. You'll notice that around different maps, there are different areas that seem climbable, like towers and things like that, and those are specifically made for Glaz, I'm assuming, and Twitch, because she also has a marksman rifle that you can kind of use as a sniper. However, Glaz's sniper rifle can go through walls, depending, you know, thicker walls than normal they can go through, and you could kill people through there, destroy objects, things like that. If you get the right vantage point, you know, I've seen Glaz take out everybody before, because he just had the right vantage point. So it's just important to kind of like know the map and know which ways you can go, where you can be stationed as, you know, whether it's on a tower, on a building, or what have you, as Glaz, and you can help out your teammates and provide cover. We've come to the last operator of the Spetsnaz, and my personal favorite operator to use, which is Tatanka. He has the exact same loadout as Capkin, so you're going to get the same 9x19 VSN submachine gun and the SASG-12 semi-auto shotgun. And again, same sidearms, And as far as gadgets goes, you're getting the deployable shield and the barbed wire. Tatanka's special ability is his ability to deploy a light machine gun, a mounted gun that holds 60 rounds. And, I mean, that thing is deadly. That thing will destroy an entire team. If you know where to set it. You know, you have to put it in the right spot. It's got actually a really good turning radius. It's got about 180 degrees from left to right. You can't look behind you or anything like that, but because if you could, it would be completely OP. But I'm going to show you a clip, and this was captured on my Xbox because I wasn't recording at the time, but we're defending. They're going to start coming in, and, you know, I've got them right where I want them. I started blind firing for no reason, but you can see that it's not going to take much to just take people out. So I've already gotten 2 of them. They just keep coming, and luckily I've got that big drum. Ultimately, I end up getting killed, but you can just see how deadly the mounted machine gun is. And that will conclude this episode of Rainbow Six Siege Armory. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is my last squad video until more operators come out, which should be February 2nd. So look forward to me breaking those 2 new operators down. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Captain Leroy, and I will see you in the next video.